How you doing, guys? It is Scanner Barkley here. Today's video we're going to talk about farming Kuva. Look at his head bipping around. What's that about? Kuva is a resource that you use to roll Riven mods, and you do need it to make certain things within the game. Even if you don't do the Riven thing, at some point you're going to find yourself in need of Kuva. So we're going to talk about how to get it. Now, first up, as I said, you just use it to roll Riven mods. If you want to know how much Kuva you have at any one time, just go to your mods, click on a Riven mod, and you will see up there your Kuva count. Now, I don't have much Kuva left at the moment. I've been re-rolling quite a few Rivens today. But yeah, let's talk about how to actually get your hands on it. What you will need to do is go into your star map and find Kuva Fortress. Kuva Fortress is a tile set that actually moves around the map. It's like a giant asteroid, basically. Go in there, and on the surrounding planets, these Kuva missions will spawn. Some of them are called Kuva Siphon, and they're normally level 25 or so. They can be any kind of mission: spies, exterminates, whatever. And then there will be one Kuva Flood. The Kuva Floods are normally... There's the Kuva Flood. Kuva Floods are level 80 to 100, and they will give you twice as much Kuva if you do them. Now, I'm going to be frank with you. I rarely, if ever, do Kuva Siphons or Kuva Floods unless I really want that stuff, because they're just not really worth it. I mean, 2 times as much Kuva just isn't worth going through that level 100 junk. Mainly, you'll see why I feel this way in, later on into the video. But just people, they just don't act smart in Kuva Floods or in Kuva missions. So I want, this video is about helping people realize what they do and don't need to actually do. So let's jump into some mission footage. Alrighty, after you enter your Kuva mission, and it could be anything, an extermination, a defense, or not a defense, a sabotage, any sort of thing, a rescue. As you're running through the level, you will hear this kind of swampy sound, and you will see that little Kuva symbol on your screen. Follow it to where the actual Kuva siphon is, and you are then tasked with trying to destroy the Kuva siphon. While you're doing this, you will be attacked by all kinds of enemies that are spawning in, specifically because this is a Kuva Flood, and some of them can be quite dangerous, so be on your toes. One of those enemies is going to be a Kuva Guardian, the same guys you fight in a boss fight, which I won't drop spoilers, or well, you know the fight if you're here to find Kuva, Jesus. So it's those same guys, so you got to give them the old void slap and dash with your operator, and only then can you actually hurt them with your weapons. So keep that in mind. While you're doing this, there will be these black and red clouds almost will make their way towards the Kuva siphon. It will be very easy to see where they're coming from, because the necessary braid that's hanging off the siphon will actually move in that direction. It'll start making a noise, you'll know it's coming, and it'll start to move in that direction. So you'll know, look this way, and the Kuva cloud will be coming from here. To destroy the cloud of Kuva gas, let's call it gas. I don't know if it's a gas. I'm not a chemist. Could be a gas. It looks like a gas. Maybe it's particles. Who the fuck knows? To destroy it, you need to either hit it with your operator amp or your operator dash. Now, lots of people don't seem to realize that you can just kill it with your amp, because everybody goes out of their way to try and dash through it, and I'm not sure why. I just kill them with the amp all the time because it's easier. Pop out, shoot it, pop back in. Super easy peasy. And that's really it. Do it 4 times and then go finish up your mission. You're going to get your Kuva. You'll get between 550 and 650 Kuva. If you have a resource booster, this will be doubled. So that's up to like 1200 to 1300 or so Kuva when you've got that resource booster going. And the max number, or the max amount of Kuva you need to for a Riven, like let's say a max rolled Riven, a Riven that has been rolled into oblivion, is 3,500. So there you go. There's all your numbers and your details and your whatnot. But what I really want to highlight in this video is that there's certain things that people do in Kuva siphons which is just plain stupid. And don't do these things because they're stupid. 1. they feel super entitled, so they spawn in and then they just stand there waiting for everybody else to go and get the Kuva for them. I've literally seen people stand at the spawn in for the entire duration of the mission. And not to throw shit at people, but it's more than likely people with very high mastery rank. I've seen this so many times. Dudes with like 24 mastery rank just standing there going, go get me my Kuva, motherfuckers. Now me personally, I'm already sick of this shit, so I just leave. Kuva missions, it can be quite rare that people are actually running them, because the true Riven game is played by very few people. So it's not often that you'll find full groups for Kuva missions. In my experience, I've often done them solo or one other person. And if that one other person is just standing at the start waiting for me to get the Kuva, I just leave and go do another Kuva mission, because I ain't getting you your Kuva. Plain and simple. The reason why I dislike people who are just kind of awkward about this, it doesn't matter whatever reason that you're dicking around or what have you, is because they're spawning in extra enemies that you have to deal with. And they ain't doing shit about it, and it just bugs me. So just don't be that guy, ever. If you're all at the Kuva siphon itself, look at what other people are doing. Is one guy really watching out for the Kuva clouds, and is he getting them? Awesome. Just kill the bad guys. Make that guy's life a bit easier. Because there's bad guys there that can just slap the bejesus out of you. If you're in your operator form, you pop out to try and get the Kuva, and a Kuva Guardian comes crashing through your face and smashes you, or one of those nutsy shotgunners will just take you out. So just do your job. Just kill stuff. You don't have to be Johnny on the spot looking for the Kuva clouds if somebody else is doing that. You can just leave them to it and you can cover their ass. And finally, if you're in a certain type of mission, like an exterminate or a rescue or anything like that, and everything is handled, if one guy is nuking all the enemies, if the other guy is hitting them Kuva clouds, just run off and finish the mission. People will be extremely grateful to you for doing that, for just going off and finishing up the mission. The reason they'll be grateful is that you get to the point in Warframe where everything is about efficiency and speed. If I can run 4 Kuva siphons in the length of time it takes you to run 2, I'm very happy. I am absolutely delighted with that. So just look and be aware in the mission and do the job that needs to be done. The amount of times I've seen people just not doing anything because they apparently don't really know what to do is beyond me. So you know how to find the Kuva, you know what you need the Kuva for, and you know the best way to behave within the Kuva missions. Just a little bit of etiquette. Behave in missions the way you want other people to behave in missions, and you will have a fun time. You will have tons of Kuva. You'll be able to build whatever you need to build and roll the shit out of all those Rivens. It'll be great. So that's it for today's video, guys. Thanks very much for watching, and all the best.